Hey now, Aquarius, this is your abundance reading coming into October. How are all my stars out there? Right? So, crazy energies going on right now. Okay? I'm going to be doing a 7-card draw reading, which is basically going to take you from the present, okay, into an outcome. I think you noticed that on your love reading. So let's dive in here. I wanted to mention some of the astrology that is going to be coming up here, okay? For one thing, excuse me, we have a full moon coming in Aries, okay? Which is, Aries is the warrior. It's all about courage, bravery, resilience, standing, and strength, okay? Pluto goes stationary direct on October 8th, right before that moon. And what that means is that's like the planet of power, okay? And that just kind of magnifies everything, okay? And it's connected to the water signs like Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So if you're dealing with one of those signs, understand that whatever they're going through could be magnified, right? As well as everybody else. On the 23rd, we have Saturn, Uranus going square, okay, which is going to help to push us forward coming into March. All right. And then we also have a T-square in Neptune, which, how do I want to say this? Neptune's kind of the dreamy energy. Like, it's great for creativity, but can be a little bit foggy for clarity. Okay? So, you know, this October, November, December are really powerful months here. There's going to be a lot of overflow of information, analyzing information. You know, you're going to feel pulled to do that. And just know that not everything that you see is true. Use your discernment. And it's really a good time to self-regulate, okay? Like, take your time. We also have the, on October 25th, we have a solar eclipse. Excuse me. And then coming into November 8th, we have a total lunar eclipse. And the eclipses are a really good time for, it's about permanent changes. So if you've been trying to like permanently, you know, get rid of some things that are no longer serving you, around that eclipse season is, it will help you to do that. Okay. It can assist. The energies can help you, give you a boost to do that. Okay. So let's get into the reading here. We've got the Two of Wands upside down in the past. Okay. For your present card, we have the Champion of Swords here. Okay. What is helping you is judgment. We talked about the universe calling judgment. Okay. For a lot of us. Number 4 is your obstacles to overcome here. All right. Number 5 is the attitudes of others. Excuse me. Number 6 is what should the questioner do? And number 7 is your outcome. All right. So let's get into this reading. Again, I am going to not only clarify with tarot, but I'm also going to pull some runes for you. So let's see what we got going on here, Aquarius. You have in your past position the Two of Wands upside down. Now, the Two of Wands is about trying to make a decision here. I feel like you guys had a decision to make. I feel like a lot of you were kind of going back and forth like everybody else from the past to the future, right? Or, you know, from this energy to that energy. A lot of us during that Libra moon were really trying to balance out, purge and balance out. I know I was purging, right? Like, okay, I'm done with these energies. Can we let them go already? And there was a lot of back and forth. I had some really intense residual stuff, but then as soon as I got done cleansing it, it like, you know, just catapulted me right? I felt so much lighter. So with this Two of Wands in reverse, I really feel like you guys have passed that up. You've made some decisions that you needed to make, okay? You've actively and proactively done that, okay? Trained the brain, kind of figured out how to do that, and then you have moved forward here, all right? With this Champion of Swords here, this is in your present position, okay? Now, this equates to kind of like the Knight of Swords. I'm actually going to pull a deck here and get some clarification on this. So I don't know if possibly this is someone coming in for you, or, you know, you are this Knight of Swords. All right, from what I'm seeing here, you've got the Strength card upside down, or reversed, right? You've got the Six of Pentacles as balance here, and you've got an Ace of Cups. For some of you, and again, these are general readings, so I've got a couple different scenarios that I'm seeing here. For some of you, you may feel really pulled, okay, to go back into a situation as that like Champion of Swords, okay? This is my Lancelot card, right? He's a wonderful warrior, okay? Like, he's one of the best knights of the Round Table, right? With King Arthur. But on the personal side, he's extremely reckless. He doesn't think things through. He tries to come in and take charge without really taking a look at what's going on around him, okay? This can be like a card of controlling, you know. So on one hand, I see some people, you've got this Strength card upside down, which is, you know, our self-regulation card, right? Taming the beast. So I feel like you are being called to notice the fact that your emotions may be really high right now, and you need to be really careful about what situations you're putting yourself into. Like, are you going back? Are you thinking that you know it all for everybody, and you need to just take a step back because you're really like flying in on your emotions? Okay? You're being called to balance here. And this is spiritual balance, all right? For some of you, if this is a work situation, you want to really be careful what you say, because this can affect your finances as well, all right? The universe is handing you this Ace of Cups, okay? It's a reminder, all right, to come from the heart, but you also have to use your brain. Okay, now your sign is specifically linked with like the swords, okay, which is intellect, reason, clarity, communication. So, you know, it's really important, and I know we've been working on this, Aquarius, as to how you are communicating. Are you communicating in a way that the person that you're talking to can understand what you're saying? Okay? Are you coming from a higher perspective? Okay? And the reason I'm saying this is because we have the Strength card upside down here. All right? So I would be really careful that you're managing, you're self-regulating before you come out and say anything. Now, with that being said, okay, I think that is the note to take from this. But with this being said, what I also see is that you could literally be bringing in the clarity to a situation. Like, you might have the answer, right? So it's really a question of how are you communicating? That's really what I'm hearing. And I mean, what I'm seeing right now is somebody talking, thinking that, you know, they've come up with the greatest idea in the world, and I'm seeing people around them like tilt their head or confused, or somebody be standoffish. Okay. Now, again, we cannot control other people, and we cannot control how they take information in, or what they're doing, or how they react. But at the same time, we need to make sure that we're coming from a higher perspective. And I feel like a lot of you have learned this recently. Okay. But again, yep, I just got the ding on my phone. Do you hear that, right? As validation. You guys have been learning this recently. Okay. So know that, again, you might have the answers here. All right. You might really, I'm going to turn that off. Gosh, I thought I had it turned off. It's killing me here. So it's kind of like you guys might have the clarity, but you're being called to be tactful, graceful, always for the highest good, not out of ego. Okay. And that's why I think we've got, you know, this strength card upside down here. All right. So moving forward here. Okay. In your what is helping you, you've got the Judgment card. All right. The Judgment card is different than the Justice card. We call personal justice, like on a situation. We say, okay, that's enough. I'm not doing this anymore. You know, that kind of a thing. When the Judgment card comes in, this is all about the universe stepping in, okay, to bring judgment into a situation. Now, again, we've got a lot of things happening in the world. I don't know what you folks do or what you're around, but just know for you personally, this means that your angels, your guides, your spirit team, whatever you want to call the divine, is stepping in for you with a key here to release you from some kind of a situation. Okay, for some of you, it could be a lot of karmic situations. Okay, we're coming to the end of the cycle, right? We're coming, you know, we've been talking about this. All right. You know, this full moon coming in Aries, this warrior energy, okay? This bravery, courage, and, you know, it's not absence of fear, it's doing the right thing anyway, right? Okay, so Spirit wants you to know that you'll be, that they are actively like advocating, clearing a path for you. For some of you, it could be, this is your sign giving you permission to let something go. Now, with that being said, make sure that you have taken accountability and responsibility in those situations and in an appropriate form. Like if you have a really toxic situation, keep yourself safe, but you can write a letter, you can write a note, you can write a letter and burn it in the fire, you can connect on a soul level. There's a lot of ways to do it, but make sure that you are taking accountability and personal inventory, because sometimes that Judgment card, as much as it's leveling a playing path for us, like a playing field for us, it's also going to, address our part in a situation here. Okay, so need to be aware of that. All right. In your obstacles to overcome, we have an Ace of Wands here, which is really interesting. Okay. Wands is about Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's about growth, energy, and action. And the fact that this is an obstacle for you, again, kind of goes back to what I'm seeing here on a situation. For some of you, I feel like you've gained clarity and you kind of want to rush in and you kind of want to say, okay, I've got it now. This is what we need to do, or this is what was wrong, or, all of this stuff. And I feel like, you want to spurn into action here. Again, you're being told here to make sure that you come from love, okay? To make sure that you're coming from divine love, that this is not about ego. This could be a new project coming in for some of you, okay? And for some reason, this has put you, and this is a different scenario. I'm sorry, I'm switching here. For some of you, this is a new project coming in, and Spirit is kind of asking, like, what can you do to be ready for this? This is why it's an obstacle for you. Yeah, I have a Page of Cups. I've got the Tower card here. Actually, that came this way. Sorry. Oh, you've got 4 of them. All right, let's move these out of the way. I've got a Queen of Swords, and I've got the Death and Rebirth card. This is specifically to the Ace of Wands here. All right, so let's see what we're doing here. Okay, Aquarius. For some of you, again, and I know we're doing like an abundance financial reading, okay? I think that this is going to directly affect your finances, specifically if it's about work over here, okay? How you're carrying yourself. I see a message coming in here to you. Again, this could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, artistic creativity, relationship energy here. I see something coming in, and I really feel like it's going to trigger you guys. Okay, it's really going to put your back up here. All right, like immediately you pull out this Queen of Swords. Okay, but at the same time, especially with the cards that are coming through here, I think you can bring clarity to the situation in a very nurturing way here. It's about death and rebirth. This is kind of, you know, this is showing up as your obstacle, and I believe that integrally, it's about your inner growth here. Okay, this is about, again, it's about the higher perspective, about not just reacting to something, about stepping back and realizing that a lot of the things that are going on around you, that you can't take them personally, like respecting other people's journeys. Okay. I feel like with this Tower moment, okay, being in the reverse, that this is presenting an opportunity to you. Okay. Which is qualified here by the Death and the Rebirth card. Now, for some of you, this might be an opportunity to set a firm boundary. Again, I see you showing up here as the Queen of Swords. You're going to do it with grace, okay? You're going to do it tactfully. But I believe this could be, you know, someone coming in either from the past or somebody that you're meeting. You know, they're really tentative. This could also be about a project that's coming in for you, because we have, you know, the wands here, this Ace of Wands. Now, this would be divinely given. Perhaps you're going to kind of bring clarity to that situation to make it grow. And this is why it's your obstacle, is how are you handling this situation? So for some of you, I see that it's kind of a love interest, whether it's new, whether it's old, whether it's a new energy, whether it's an old energy. And I feel like you're handling it really well this time. Instead of saying, like, before you might have been like, blah, 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 F off, right? Now you're saying, oh, wow, you know, I really appreciate you thinking about me. You know, you're learning how to do that, okay? But for a lot of you, I feel like this is a project coming in here, okay? Like this is a divine gift, and the growth that you've shown here, how you're going to handle it, okay? Right? Like, I feel like you're looking at it kind of as this page, kind of like really timid. And you're going to understand here that this is actually an opportunity for you. All right. I'm going to pull one more deck here and just get a little bit more clarity on that, because I've got a lot of scenarios. And then I think throughout the reading, it's going to be helpful. The rest of the reading is going to kind of clarify it. Yeah, I've got a King of Cups there. So for some of you, I definitely feel like it's a love interest. Okay. It could be even new love coming in, and you're being challenged, okay, as to how you deal with it. Okay, like maybe I said, like it triggers you. Maybe it puts you back in this energy here, and you claim a crown. You say, okay, I remember what this is. I know what this is. Like, you level up. All right, but I do feel like it's coming in. It's a divine gift for you, almost to show you how far you've come. All right, let's move on here. All right, we've got the attitudes of others around you, and we've got the Six of Coins in the reverse. Now, upright, it's a card of growth and exchange. It's about coming into an equal exchange, like learning how to do that. Okay, the 5 is kind of conflict, right? And then as you get into the conflict and struggle, as you get into this 6 here, it's about opening up for an exchange. So you have this in the reverse, okay? I really feel like what this is saying to you is that maybe some people that you have cut off abruptly or something like that, they're kind of going like, wow, what happened? Okay? So one scenario is if you've ghosted somebody without any explanation at all, okay, you're kind of being called back into this phase where, excuse me, you need to understand that you are responsible for your actions and how you treat other people. Okay? Like, I have been through some really heinous stuff with people, and I still treated them with value and respect. Okay? Like, I didn't, put myself in dangerous situations, but when I spoke or texted or whatever, I kept it at a high level perspective. Okay, which can be very hard to do depending on the situation. I can tell you that I would write a text and send it to myself and then go back and read it and then finally get it to the point where it was something that was appropriate to send. Okay, so on one hand, if you have ghosted people, like just completely abruptly, or you were very abrasive or something like that, maybe make amends for that somehow. Okay. It could be that you have kind of withdrawn. We've had a lot of crazy energies. You've been dealing with a lot of stuff. For some of you, I feel like you have just kind of pulled back and withdrawn. And Spirit wants you to understand that people see that. And this has to do with, financial stuff as well. So it's like you've kind of stopped engaging or exchanging here. And people are kind of like, wow, like what's going on here? So let's see what's going on. Actually, I'll pull a couple cards on that Six of Coins for some of you. Yeah, we've got the Sun card here. We've got celebrations and we've got conflict here. I feel like for some of you, like I said, you pulled back on your own here. This was a situation that you felt was not healthy. Okay, and you pulled back from it, and it's causing some conflict. What could have happened is you have this situation here, which is, being exposed, bringing light, sunshine here. Okay, this is also Leo energy too, by the way. This is Leo's card, one of Leo's cards. Okay, you had the opportunity here to celebrate, and you didn't. Okay, you're pulling back that energy, and it's causing some conflict. Okay, so just be aware of that. I'm going to pull another deck. It's causing drama. Hopefully you are not engaging in this drama. Again, we can always come from a higher perspective. It's not about, I think at this point, Aquarius, we're learning not to completely shut down. We're learning to process, okay, so that we can, put out and pull in at an equitable energy, right? And at a higher energy for everybody's good. Yeah, I've got the Wheel here. I've got the Hierophant. I've got the Ten of Pentacles upside down, and I've got the Ace of Cups. So this could be a love situation as well. All right, perhaps you've been giving to somebody and you stopped, and that has caused conflict. But know that the truth is coming out here. Whatever was hidden is going to be revealed here for all sides. Okay, part of what the universe is calling judgment on in everybody's lives here is that the truth is coming out. Okay. What we do with it is of our own free will. But the truth is coming out here. You've got the Wheel card, so this is validation that the wheel is turning on this situation, or to come at a higher perspective. Again, I believe you've got spirit team and guides or angels, whatever you want to call them. They're interceding for you. This is the reminder to come from the highest perspective. This is the divine male counterpart to the High Priestess. Okay, which means that it's about fairness, justice, okay, balance. And with the Judgment card here, if you're in the middle of a court situation right now, okay, know that justice is going to be served here, which to whatever party, right? Because the universe is calling judgment here. I feel like with this Ten of Pentacles upside down, I feel like this might have been a situation where you had really great high hopes and it didn't turn out that way. All right. The universe is handing you this Ace of Cups, a reminder that no matter what is happening, you need to deal with things in love. And that means caring for yourself, loving yourself first. Okay, in a balanced way. We're not talking about ego. We're not talking about going on a shopping spree to self-medicate. We're talking about really, you know, doing some self-care, okay? Because I feel like this was a big disappointment here for you. I feel like this was a big opportunity here. And for some of you, it could have been some of this stuff that kind of delayed this opportunity, which is maybe why you're getting a second opportunity here. Okay? But I really feel like universe with this Ace of Cups is reminding you to do all things in love here. Okay? For some of you, this reconciliation could bring in love. This judgment here could bring love, could bring a love situation into your life, is what I'm hearing. Okay? All right. So what should the questioner do? We've got the 10 of Hearts here. Look, it looks like Christmas, right? The sun is out, but yes, we have the stars. We have rainbows here, colors. Okay, we talked about self-care, which is so important right now. Okay, really keep going with the self-care. Well, lots of cards there. Learning. Okay, we've got a message coming in really soon here. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm going to just read the cards out here, and then we'll do like a fun, you know, I'm also asking about finances as well, Aquarius. I know some people are really struggling out there with that. Specifically, people have mentioned that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we've got the Judgment card again. Holy crap. Okay. I'm being told to say right now, at this very moment, for somebody that's listening, okay, you did the best